An important part of managing your successful farrier business is always being aware of which horses are due to be serviced in any specific time frame. This tutorial demonstrates techniques for quickly getting at that information on the full screen side of iForgeAhead. If you'll be doing this on the mobile side of iForgeAhead, the techniques are basically the same, although you will want to work with the extra columns link on the mobile side to make sure that you're seeing all the columns that we're going to be working with here. We'll begin by going to the menu bar at the top, and under the home menu click on Horses. This will take us to the horses lookup list. You'll know this as a quick way to find a horse and drill down into their specific information. But in this case, we're going to use the list in a different way to let us know which horses are due to be worked when, and to make sure that each one of those has been scheduled at a time in the future. For this purpose, you'll want to focus on these columns here: last visit through scheduled. The last visit column is automatically populated whenever you finalize an invoice for that horse. It will automatically update the date that you last worked on the horse. The weeks between is a setting for each horse that says what interval the horse should be worked at in terms of weeks. The due date column is simply a calculation of adding this number of weeks to the last visit, and it gives you an approximate date of when that horse should be worked. The scheduled date is an important column that shows you if the horse has already been scheduled for a future appointment, and if so, what date that appointment occurs on. I need to point out that in order for the date to appear here next to the horse's name, you will have to be using the horses scheduled feature of the appointments and list individual horses in each appointment in order for them to show up here with a scheduled date. So using this information, you can drill down and focus in on which horses are due when, and making sure everyone is scheduled by using a combination of sorting this list by any of these fields, as well as the filter tools over here in the action panel. We'll begin by showing the sorting features. Again, you can click on any of these column headings to resort the list in that based on that field. So here we have it sorted by due date, with the blanks coming up at the top and then showing the date that each horse is due in ascending order. Another technique is to use the scheduled column and sort by that. This will resort your list, and it will always pull in the blanks at the top, and those are the ones you want to focus in on, because that means that these particular horses that do not have a date here in the scheduled column have not already been scheduled into the future. So you can quickly look at these horses and when their due date is, and work to get them scheduled in the appropriate time frame. These techniques will help you make sure that no horses fall through the cracks and that everyone is getting serviced at the appropriate time. Now, to add in the filter list, you can change the contents of the list with these filter controls. You can, for example, show only horses that belong to a certain owner, or only horses that are at a certain stable, and use the same techniques. For example, I'll select a stable here, and now our list will only include the horses that are at that particular stable. And then we can quickly scan and see that each of those horses have a scheduled date and all are clear. If you saw any with blanks here, you'd want to make sure to get them into your schedule at the appropriate time frame. That concludes this tutorial on managing which horses are due in what time frame. Thank you.